Hello, my name is Terry Guerrero, DLS for Laredo Independent School District. Today I will be teaching on Google Keep, a note-taking application. We will be using it so that we can outline our research paper. And this could be done for any grade level from kinder all the way to 12. Basically, what we are looking at are little note cards. In terms of that, you would take a note and let's say begin with your introduction or ask your children to give you an introduction. And you could list right here, list your thesis statement, the purpose why you are writing it. You can ask them to summarize the outline of the paper. And then lastly, maybe give a hook as to why they should be reading your paper. And I'm going to close that, and that becomes my little note. But within that, there are several little features. I can say the reminder will be, for your introduction, will be tomorrow at 8 in the morning. I can add collaborators. I can email my students if I wanted to, so they can collaborate with me on it. I can also change the color of the note card. I can add an image if I wanted to. Today I'll be talking about creating a research paper on Paris. So there I am, and I just added, maybe the picture might be too big, but I've just added, okay, it's good. It looks like it adjusted. I've just added a picture, an image right there. And if I didn't want this note card any longer, I would just archive it. The more I can draw out a drawing, I can also make a copy of it, or I can list some of these items in show boxes. So that way the children could say, okay, I'm already done writing those 3 things of it. So those are very useful features. You can hide the checkboxes if you want and just kind of list it like that. It's up to you what features you want to use. I'll leave the show boxes for now. Also, like you can see right here, this child went ahead and added a drawing. So you can basically draw just like that was drawn out, the Eiffel Tower, and that was actually a kindergartner. I think she did a pretty good job. And you can change the color if you like on it. And I can just put my name there if I want. And, oops, sorry, maybe on the iPad, it might be easier to draw out. So I'm going to hit the back and close that little note card. Right here, you could see that this was a kindergartner who actually just started brainstorming and giving different details that I was asking from them. So if I play this right here, you can hear their little voices.
The Eiffel Tower was repainted every 7 years.
So I'm going to close that, and I can play this one.
The Eiffel Tower stands tall.
So that's how they can record it. And actually on the iPad off of Google Keep, you will see a little microphone icon. This one over on the application on the desktop, it's not available for them, but it's a pretty good feature if they just want to try to record their voices.
The Eiffel Tower is found in Paris, France.
Especially for the little ones, because again, it types it up for them, and then you can come back and fix the grammatical errors and so forth. So for the purpose of writing this, I made different note cards that I was expected of them to do. This one was the first paragraph, landmark that you will be researching. And in this case, it was the Eiffel Tower. So you're going to give me a description, maybe how tall it was and so forth. You're going to give me a location, population, who was it founded by and when. And so they already have an idea as to what I'm looking for that card. I also asked them to do tourism, the hours, the tickets, details. And again, I can add another item here, maybe how many people visit per year. So we're pretty much outlining their research paper for them and organizing it. And I can also pin the items so that they're not moved. And let's say this one is the second paragraph. So I can organize them to how the order I'd like to see everything in. And again, I can change things on here, maybe add a color to it, and pin it as well. And then just organize it in the order that I need it for them to be, visually seen. So I want the introduction first. And then I can make a card with the summary if I wanted to, and so forth. I'm sorry, with the conclusion, the ending. Right here, I'd probably put the ending on there. As you can see on the left side, it's listing things that the cards have. And if I don't need something from it, I can actually edit and come here and trash something I don't want. Or if I saw something that the children wrote out, I can delete at this point. So I'm going to go back to notes. It takes me to the screen, the main screen. Also, what I do for them is that I outline for them certain websites that they'll be using. Maybe there's some videos, the virtual field trips to the location I want them to see. And they can include them in their presentation when they're going to go ahead and put this either on a Google Doc or a Google Sites. As I'm talking about that, when I look for the application of Google Sites, I can go ahead and click on this little icon on the right-hand side, and it will list the things, the items that I was looking for. So they can start off their PowerPoint in here. And then just follow the outline that's expected of them to the right. So that's another good way of using Google Keep. Same thing for Google Docs. You see the icon over to the right-hand side, and then it's in a few minutes, it will outline what I'm expecting of them to write. And then they can, after they've brainstormed their ideas or recorded their ideas that are listed there, they can start formulating their paragraphs and making things flow much easier. I hope you enjoyed using Google Keep for outlining research papers. This is just an idea to use this note-taking application for educational purposes. Thank you very much for listening.